Well, hello and good morning. It's the end of August. It is still super hot. It is very humid today, and we have another heat advisory for later today. But still, I need to get started on working or on building the door for my tractor shed. I will be building a sliding door, so two panels that slide to either side, because really one of the objectives is that I have the entire opening open, so I cannot really afford to lose any width of the opening for like hinges or something. So that's why I'm thinking the sliding door will just do that, right? Those two panels will slide away and it will not block anything. So let me get started on that and I'll bring you along with the camera. Enjoy. The rails I bought at the local hardware store. It is a sliding door kit and mostly designed for interior doors, but since it is all aluminum, it works outside just as well. The kit comes with two rollers to hang a single door, so I bought two kits for my two barn doors. I pre-drilled the holes and then anchored the rails into the framing with some long deck screws. It is important that the rails are very level, so the doors don't roll to either side by themselves. I then quickly tried one of the rollers in the rail. They are nylon rollers, I think, and they run very smoothly. The doors I built out of red cedar as the frame. I started with the top rail, attached the rollers temporarily, and then slid it into the rail so I could measure the correct length for the door. I will be using a corrugated steel panel inside the door frame, so I cut a small slot into the upright part of the frame, something the panel can slide into. Then I switched to the dado stack and cut a much wider slot into the top and bottom rail. You will see later why this is needed for the panel to slide into. The doors will be very light, so it only requires some deck screws to put the frame together. I didn't glue this on because I had to remove one of the sides, or both, later to slide in the steel panel. Then I painted, well, stained the frames. While cedar is very rot resistant by nature, this stain gives it even better protection and it will prevent it from turning gray. While the stain is drying, I did a little excavation work. I had to dig a little trench on either side of the doors for the two door sections to slide into when open. Not a big deal and nothing to break out the tractor for.
In this dark night, it's too hard for me to say now if the rays of hope shine again someday, and if I might be spared as the tempest starts to swell. At this point, it's just too dark to tell. Was the stars guiding me to God's shores now? Was the devil set me drifting once more? Will these clouds ever lift and the map again reveal? At this point, it's just too dark to tell.
A quick dry fit, and yes, this is looking very promising. Next, I had to cut the steel panels. They are 24 inches by 96 inches each, and my doors are about 32 inches by 76 inches. So I had to cut them in length and one in width. This is quickly done with the diamond blade on the angle grinder. And that's why I didn't glue the top rail in. I had to take it off again to slide in the steel panels. This was a bit tricky as it is a tight fit into the slots I cut around the frame, but with a little patience and wiggling, it finally slid in place. Here's the wider slot at the bottom for the corrugated part to fit in.
If these green-eyed blues would lighten up, if my nature would shake this wicked spell, if this midnight sky would brighten up, if my ears could hear a voice saying, all will be well, then all is well, all is well. I once was found, now again I'm lost. On merciless waves I am tossed. I would tell you of His grace, and how it was I felt.
The seam between the two panels has a very sharp edge, so I taped it over with some duct tape, but only on the inside. Of course, the door needs a lock of some sort, This is a standard gate latch which I mounted on this wooden plate. I tacked the panels in place with a few staples and then installed this piece of aluminum to prevent the wooden frame of the door to rub against the foundation walls. These are little stoppers. They go into the track of the door and they stop the movement. So the door will eventually run into this one at the end, or I'm also putting one in the middle so the door can, each side of the door cannot roll past the middle of the track. Now I needed something for the latch to latch into. This is a leftover concrete block from the shed foundation. I moved it into place, then marked the 2 holes for the latches and then drilled them out with the hammer drill. Now I could set the concrete block into some wet concrete while the door is pinned in. This will ensure a perfect fit later on, and I don't need to wait drilling the holes until the concrete is cured. And that is it. I really like the rustic look of the doors. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you soon. Goodbye.